yesterday, I had a couple of people, I think they might have been from another country, come in and make, I think, rude comments about my voice. If you're a newbie here, you're very welcome. But making any sort of comment about my voice is going to get you banned. Okay. Let me explain what happened. You saw the thumbnail. That's me in the hospital at St. Mary's in Rochester in the ICU with a tracheotomy when I was 19. I had been anorexic. Look how skinny I was. And I had been a classically trained soprano, so I could sing. I got pneumonia really bad. I had had the flu, and because I was so little, I weighed 90 pounds at the time, it just turned into pneumonia, and I went into septic. I was in septic shock. I had acute respiratory distress. I went to the hospital then in La Crosse. My sister took me after we went to the health center, and they were like, get her, call an ambulance. Because I'd seen them that week, and they were like, meh, you've got the flu, take NyQuil and drink orange juice. That really worked, didn't it, Doc? Especially since you didn't listen to my lungs. What happened was I went from the emergency room to a floor to the ICU, and then I can't remember much of anything, just flashes of my brother reading me a book, the nurses braiding my hair, and stuff like that. I don't remember the flight to Mayo Clinic. They brought Mayo 1 down and flew me back up there, and I spent 3.5 months in the hospital. And when your voice, when you are intubated, okay, because I wasn't trached right away, I was intubated. This is what happened to Madonna, by the way. It messes with your vocal cords. And I do remember my my singing teacher in high school coming to visit, saying, "You have to get better. That has to come out. This was a really kind of a trauma for me. It was for my family. I'm the youngest of 9. My parents were older. When people say shitty things about my voice, they're shitty people. They don't know. This is a badge of honor. No one has walked in my shoes, okay? They have not looked death in the face, not just once, but several times, and walked away, okay? All right, because that's what happened, all right? I was on the cover of the Mayo Clinic annual report as a success story, and well-deserved, okay? My lungs were scarred up because they put me on 100% oxygen. I had to relearn how to walk. I had to relearn almost everything. Retrain my body to do things it normally does. I was a runner. I couldn't run anymore because my lungs. I could still horseback ride. I remember one of the doctors telling me that they have these things where you have to suck in as much air as you possibly can. It helps expand your lung capacity. And you make this thing float up, and it hurt to use, okay? And the doctor told me if I didn't do that a couple of times every day, I'd never hunt deer again. He got a picture of me with an 8-point buck the next November. In fact, almost the anniversary of me going into the hospital. Here you go. Don't ever tell me something I can't do. There were things I wanted to do. I had dreams. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to do heavy metal, rock and roll. I wanted to do opera, standards, swing music, jazz. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to do movies. I wanted to get behind the camera, and I couldn't do it. And, you get depressed enough, you kind of just forget everything. Again, I have a different, unique voice because of the traumatic shit that went down. Okay, because unlike a lot of people, or like a lot of people in the fandom, I listened to someone I thought was cool, and she told my mom when I was 15 years old I was fat. Okay, that's what started it. All right, never listen to anybody. Make up your own goddamn mind, and if you can't do that, you're just a sheep. Okay, and what it did though was it gave me a bad idea. I wanted to show her she was wrong, and I did, but it hurt me in the end. Okay, but again, I want to say if you're new here, you have a hard time understanding me, I can't help you. I can't. I'm not going to go back and redo a video I did a month and a half ago because I use my phone. And when I do a video, I download it to the phone, upload it to YouTube, and because they take up space, I take them off after a couple days. Okay? So what you see is what you get. All right? I don't let anybody tell me what to think or what to do. And again, you're gonna fuck with me with my voice? This never happened to you, did it? Did it, pussy? Okay? Look what I did that you've never had to. And could you do it? No, you couldn't. No one, you're gonna find out in life, and I know I'm talking to a bunch of middle-aged people who should know that everybody goes through their own thing and no one goes through exactly what you go through, okay? And they won't make an effort to understand, okay? Because most people are assholes, okay? They try to tell you what to think, what to do, who to be, and if you don't follow their lead, they'll launch you, okay? They won't. And YouTube is a place for a lot of people with a lot of real narcissistic issues. I've noticed. Can't have fun, can't have a discussion about a movie without, I liked it, you didn't like it, why? Instead, if you like a movie and someone else doesn't like it, they'll attack you. The only place that kind of discussion really belongs is when you're talking about the sequel trilogy because it was such an affront and a troll. That's where that belongs, okay? But talk about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, la-di-da. I can say I've seen it, I liked it. I can also say, I'm gonna let you go then, I've seen Andor, every fucking episode, and I fucking thought it was horrible, okay? So I can talk about that show with authority, all right? A lot of people say, I haven't seen it, it still sucks. You're an ignorant idiot, shut up. You don't even know what the fuck we're talking about here, the people who have seen it, who hate it. But this isn't about that. This is about who I am as a person. I've been through a lot of shit. I've been through a lot that I can't even explain. I've lived everywhere all over the world. I still speak pretty good German. I've lived in Seoul, South Korea. I've been to Saipan, I've been to Japan. I've been all over the United States. I've been to the UK, Ireland, you name it. And my thing is, tell me what you think in a logical way. Oh yeah, Cross, hey, how you doing? In a logical way that makes sense. Don't leave a one-word comment or a one-line comment without any context, because I'll probably delete it. The reason why is because it's pointless. I mean, it's pointless. All right? Don't be pointless. Stay on topic. All right? I don't have time. I'm like the teacher. This is topic, please. Stay on your topic. Because that, again, That's just the way I am. I don't like being distracted by bullshit. And there's too much bullshit on YouTube now. All right? Again, my voice. Look at the picture in the front on the thumbnail. All right? And remember, you've never been through what I've been through. And if you have a hard time listening to me, turn the volume up. And if you still can't understand, go find another YouTube channel. I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing. These are war injuries. This is a war scar. And I'm proud of it. Okay? Warriors, other scars are forward, on the front. Okay? And also, the flag of victimhood that the fandom is waving right now needs to stop. Okay? That shit needs to stop. It's gross. All right? I'm not a victim. All right? I got over it, put on my big girl panties, and went out and fought. Start doing that. Okay? And start being smart. Start thinking for yourselves. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.